want to continue with some more thoughts on mental rehabilitation. And I recently was out walking on the trail as I hurt my big toe. But I actually have a good story because we were in Florida and I was climbing on rocks to see dolphins. So we were out with our boys climbing up on some rocks and I fell and maybe broke my toe. So I haven't been able to run in now 3 weeks. And I actually was out on the trail kind of wondering if the Spirit would speak to me in the same way if I wasn't running as just walking. But I was out walking, and you know how we kind of catastrophize everything, and I asked myself, what would I do if I couldn't run again? How would that impact me? And I started thinking about this last year in the history of the world and how so many of us had to figure out a new way to live, right? And those who didn't have as many needs and who could adapt quickly probably survived and thrived the best during this last year. One of the things that we try to teach our boys, and if you ask any of them, they could probably quote it to you, but we'll ask them, who are the happiest people in the world? And they would say to you, the people that need the least. We have tried to model this in how we live and how we show them that we want to live and that we want to be very, very independent and not dependent or codependent on things to make us happy, right? But happiness has to be intrinsic. It has to come from within. And so as I started catastrophizing my toe and wondering what would I do if I couldn't run again, and could I adapt quickly? Running is a huge part of my mental health. And so my first thoughts were, could I be healthy? Am I becoming too dependent on my running? And as I kind of processed some of those thoughts, I just thought, I want to be able to not need much and to be able to adapt quickly. And the less that we need, the less things that we need, the healthier we can be. Learning to quickly adjust is one of the greatest skills that we can possess. And when it comes to your mental health, learning to adapt is huge. Learning to not need much is huge. So in what area of your life are there things that maybe you are holding on to or you need a little too much? Are there some things that maybe are mastering you instead of you mastering them? Look around our world. Look at the people who are the happiest. Usually they are ones that have very few material needs. They're usually ones who have very little when it comes to convenience or comfort. Yet somehow you would find little children in the street playing and laughing with so much joy. You'll find people cooking over their wood fires, singing and with so much joy. Looking around at our culture, looking around at your life, are your things and your needs actually hindering you from life and happiness and joy and thriving? The less you need, the happier you will be.